Recording. Hello everyone, and this is just a quick video. I was browsing YouTube and, well, I came across some fight scenes from an old anime I used to watch. You might know it. It's called Yu Yu Hakusho. And I need to rewatch this anime. Like, seriously, I need to. It's amazing. It's just the animation, even though it's old, it's awesome. Like, really, it's really intense. If you're curious, I watched the fight between Yusuke and Toguro, and I know I saw 100% Toguro in a picture somewhere or on Mugen, and it's only just this. But when I actually saw his form, wow, just so intimidating. That dude was a beast. But that aside, sorry, stayed up all night. But I watched that fight, and then I watched another one of Yusuke versus Susui, something like that. But anyway, that fight was really, well, it was hardly a fight, but I'll get to that later. Basically, I want to see this. I kind of want to see Yu Yu Hakusho come back in some way, because like Sailor Moon came back, Hunter x Hunter was remade, and we're getting a whole new Dragon Ball series, so that is amazing. But that's a topic for another video. This video is about something completely different. As I was watching this, I'm like, wow, I forgot how strong Yusuke is. I forgot how interesting of a character he is. And I am a fan of Screw Attack's Death Battle and 1 Minute Melee. Both are really interesting, and really, I just mini rant here. People need to not take it so seriously. They do the best they can to get the research, and they just put it together, you know? It's not like that is the final word. That is fact, that this character could be that character. In fact, most of the time when you put two characters in a battle, there are many different outcomes. Sure, maybe one character wins most of the time, but it's still very possible for that other character to pick up a win. So, relax. Relax. In that. Basically, I'm a fan of both of these series, and I was thinking, who would Yusuke fight? Spirits. Oh. You know, there's a lot of people suggesting Naruto versus Ichigo, and Luffy versus Ichigo, and Goku versus Ichigo. You know, a lot of these top Shonen Jump characters versus, Ichigo, pretty much. Ichigo versus them, whatever. But the only problem with those is that Ichigo cannot be seen by any of them. He's a spirit. He's a Soul Reaper. They cannot see him. The only one that would be able to even know he's there, for the most part, would be Naruto in his Sage Kurama mode, or his Sage mode in general. But that's only sensing him. He's not going to know where he is, what move he's doing, what form he's in, or anything like that. So that's why those fights don't work. Seriously. They will not work. Even if you can say, oh, suddenly he can see him. No, it has to make sense. And that is why Yusuke will be able to fight him. Yusuke has been to the spirit world multiple times. He is part demon for the most part. And he's just very capable. He's very strong. And probably even stronger, more than I've noticed. Like I said, I only watched a little bit before. In fact, I only watched until they announced that the last fight was Toguro versus, Yusuke. And that's where I remember stopping for some reason. Like I said, I need to rewatch the whole thing. But Yusuke is powerful, and I think he can definitely contend with Ichigo, but like I said, also, or did I say it? I don't know. But I also need to catch up on Bleach because Ichigo apparently has a new sword and anyway, I see this fight working out, like I said, because Yusuke will be able to see him first off, and so he'll be able to effectively fight Ichigo, and Ichigo will be thrown off by him too because of the fact that he doesn't have any weaponry or anything like that. He doesn't look very intimidating. He looks just like a high school kid, in the 80s or whatever, or in the 90s. I don't know. He just looks like a kid. But I don't know exactly how Yusuke alone, because I know he's strong in his base, but Ichigo has a lot. Like, as far as how this fight will go, it's really hard to say, because, like I said, Ichigo has a lot. He has a sword, so he's already armed. He has Bankai, he has his hollow forms, he has his form with the dark hair, and, who knows what else has been added lately. Yusuke, on the other hand, he has a very, very, very strong spirit power. So I definitely see him using and relying on that through most of the fight to keep him back as far as possible, especially when he starts going into his hollow forms, because those are really, really powerful. He has this one form, and this is what I was talking about in the beginning. The other fight I watched, like I said, was Suisui versus Yusuke. But in this fight, I watched part 2, by the way, and that's why I'm like, it's a fight. But he got possessed by his demon father kind of thing, like an ancestor, and he just destroyed the Suisui guy, like, just killed him, just straight up murdered him. But I don't know if that would come into play, because it was more like he was possessed, and I don't know if he would be able to access this form naturally. And I don't know if Death Battle would consider this outside help. It all depends on what they do with it. But I see that form possibly maybe contending with the final form, the very last hollow form, and maybe the black hair form with all the bandages. I think that would be a really interesting fight. Yeah. I think it would be a really good fight. As far as who would win, I see Yusuke putting up a really, really, really good fight. It'd be super epic. Yusuke will definitely be trying to keep Hollow Ichigo and black-haired Ichigo. That's just what I'm calling it now, because I can't think of the name off the top of my head. But I see him keeping those forms as far back as possible, and when they're close, blasting them back with a spirit shotgun. But due to everything that Ichigo has going for him, I see Ichigo taking the win. As sad as that is to say. But I just want to see this. It would be fucking awesome. Those of you that know both of these characters, let me know who you think will win. Like I said, kind of half-assed on both. I need to rewatch Yu Yu Hakusho all the way through. And then I need to rewatch Bleach from where I left off to beyond, because it's going crazy right now. But yeah, like I said, let me know who you think will win. Let me know who you think Yusuke would be better fighting. I also thought it would be interesting to see him fight Inuyasha, especially if they both go their demon forms. Because Yusuke's demon form, visually, kind of reminds me of Inuyasha's. Except, the funny thing is... Oh, yeah, it's not really funny, but... They both have, like, the long hair, they both have markings, they look vicious, and they lose all control, and that would be a really cool fight, too, as well, is Inuyasha versus Yusuke. But due to the fact that if they're going to use Ichigo at all, ever, it would probably have to be against Yusuke or some other person who could see demons. So, or spirits for that matter. So, anyway, that concludes my thoughts on this. Like I said, down in the comments, let me know who you think will win, especially if you know Yusuke and you know Ichigo. Please keep it civil in the comments. I'm not that big of a YouTuber or whatever, so whatever. I can't stop you. But I'm just asking, let's just have a debate here. Because I think this would be a really cool fight, nonetheless, no matter who wins or who loses. It'd be a really neat fight to watch. So, yeah. That ends my thoughts.